Decision making is a very crucial thing in our life. Almost all people will accept it. The decision you have taken will decide your entire life, your career. See, sometimes it will end in positive dimension. Sometimes it will end. That means your career, your life will be ending in a negative dimension. All that depends upon the decision that you have taken. Largely, the decisions will be at the three stages, particularly during our studies, and that means your student career. And the second stage is your career, professional career. And the next important stage is your marriage. That means selection of a life partner. Of course, from the beginning to the end of our life, always we are exposed to some difficult situation or the other, or some predicament or the other. And in all these times, you are to take a very good decision. Once the decision is something wrong, our life will be resulting in a fiasco. Let's take the first stage, that is student career. So here, generally, most of the people will be taking wrong decisions during their studies, particularly after completion of in their 10th class. Once you have passed your 10th class, generally your parents will be forcing a lot of pressure on you, and their decision will be something wrong just on the basis of your marks that you have scored in your 10th class. They believe that, oh, you are very genius, and they will be forcing, your parents will be forcing you to get admission into either BPC or MPC. They think that these two are the only courses at +2 level. Why? Only thing is by making comparison with their relatives. My brother's son or my sister-in-law's daughter, they have been admitted in MPC or BPC. Let my son also join. Like that they will be thinking. Their thinking a process will be like that, and their decision will be imposed on you, imposed on the children. That means the 10th passed and inter passed children. Because of that, what will happen? The students generally will be nowadays will be preferring only BPC or MPC. See, once what happened a few years back, one girl student who was a student of BPC by the parents' force. That means by the decision of the parents, not this girl's decision. Actually, she was not interested in BPC, but their parents' decision was to get her admitted into BPC. But she was a great failure in all examinations, monthly exam, quarterly or yearly, and first year examination, she got fail mark. And she was very much disappointed and frustrated and felt somewhat humiliated also in the presence of the students. When they have got good marks, this girl has got very bad mark, a failure mark. She felt insulted and she has committed suicide also. And she left one suicide note. There, she wrote like this: my father and mother, please bury this physics book and chemistry book, these science books along with me when I am buried in the burial ground. Bury these books also. Keep these books on me and bury in the burial ground. That kind of a very sad note she has left. That's one pathetic story recently published in the newspapers also. And regarding this MPC, most of the people, not of course all, but nearly 50% of the students will be joining MPC not by their own decision but by the decision of the parents. And after completion of MPC, see, in 10th class and intermediate, most of the students will be getting very good marks, no doubt about it. Suppose they are a failure in their March examination, regular examination. In the next coming exam, that is supplementary examination, almost all people are getting 60, 70 marks and even 80 to 90 marks. How? The reasons you know very well, I need not explode here. So on the basis of these marks, generally they will be seeking some BTech, some engineering course or the other. And most likely, sometimes some students, a few students, in spite of their lack of talent in engineering and MPC, maths, physics, and chemistry, they were selected for admitted into IIT also, some Kanpur or Gauhati, like that, or Kharagpur, from Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. And there the true colors will be revealed. Some students, every year, to your dismay, I say that every year, 5 to 10 students have been committing a suicide because of their failure in the examinations at the very beginning after joining BTech in IITs, institutions. So that is the fate, because there the decision is something wrong. Because of that self-destruction, there is no self-deception. Self-deception will be generally started from that into plus 2 level onwards. Until 10th class, no self-deception. But from intermediate onwards, as that self-deception will be started, knowingly or unknowingly. And even after completion of their, that is the serious drawback, because of the lack of very good decision on the part of the parents and also on the part of plus 2 students. And now, after completion of that, of course, they have completed higher studies, and after that, in the second stage, professional career, there also they will be committing some mistake or the other by in selecting a very good job. Sometimes the MBBS students, after having completed their MBBS, instead of practicing in medicine side, because of their fear of giving treatment to the patients, some 2 to 5% of the students are sitting idle in the house and preparing for some other bank examination or group 2 examinations, like that. D-link of education, that is called. And after having completed this MCR or MTech engineering in IIT, because of the lack of jobs, sometimes they will be writing RRB, bank examination, some other examinations which are not at all connected to their studies. Okay, anyway, after having got the job, they feel somewhat frustrated, disappointed, as they don't have job satisfaction in the field they have selected. There is one drawback. Like that, in respect of job selection, career selection also, sometimes most of the people will be taking wrong decision, and afterwards they feel repented and feel frustrated also at the same time. Now, there's third stage, that is marriage. In respect of marriage also, some disappointments will be happening sometimes. See, sometime back, long time back, of course, up to some 4 or 5 or 10 years back, most of the parents will be forcing, they will be forcing the daughters in respect of marriage. Yes, that man is very rich man, he is doing job, property and all that, you marry that man. And these women, unmarried women, by the pressure and by the strong decision, forceful decision taken by their parents, they were succumbed, accepted. They have accepted because they are succumbed, simply we can say. But afterwards, because of the lack of compatibility of temperaments, no good understanding between this couple, and fissures will happen, conflicts will happen, and separate like that. It happened some time back, but now for the past 4 or 5 years or 6 years or so, the trend is completely different. With the advent of these women laws, women empowerment, Article 14, 19, 21, all these are hovering around them, and they are making these fair sex, that means women, select their own life partners. And they are going to the extent of resorting to such uncontrolled freedom of following this live-in relationship also. In such a way, they have developed, the women in our country have developed in selecting the life partner, a dating, live-in relationship, after 1 year or 2 years, and they feel frustrated, no compatibility of temperaments. Again, just saying goodbye and coming to marriage, formal, a traditional marriage, First time after 25, 30 years, or sometimes even after 35 years of age, the woman will marry traditionally. So at that age, generally, they will have over individuality still more because of her education and because of her earning, doing some job or the other. So what happens? All these things, the wrong decisions, not sound decision. Why? Because of this, and that is nothing but a self-deception and self-destruction. It will lead to self-destruction because of that self-deception. So many things will be occurring like that, and afterwards, what will happen? They will be taking divorce, and again remarriage. So 30, 35 years, 40 years. Now the latest trend is, I don't want to marry anybody else. I want to live alone. Why? If I don't have any husband, any problem? No, I don't like to live very happily. As a very isolated life, secluded life. So some of the women, not all of course, but most of the women nowadays are preferring that. So that is nothing but self-deception, and because of that self-deception in the taking decision, they are paving their way, a route for their own self-destruction. That is the point to be noted. So there are such situations. Long and short of the matter is this: there will be such type of situations, that are where sometimes we can't take a sound decision. Maybe our own mistake, or maybe by eternal providential wrong decisions also we shall be taking. See, even gods are not exempted. For example, Lord see Rama. What happened? That man asked Lakshmana, ordered Lakshmana, go and drop your sister-in-law there, Sita, there in forest. Long time back she asked for that. She wanted to see the gardens and all that, the roots and all that. And you go and drop there. Don't give out the secret here, the actual matter here. After dropping there, at the time of dropping there in the forest, you just reveal the fact and then come out. So just for some wrong allegations against Sita, in order to save their family, their dynasty, see, the decision that he has taken is not auspicious, not at all desirable, not justifiable, because he has resorted to self-deception and paved the way, the route for self-destruction. Consequently, he could not enjoy the love and affection of the children. And once for all, he has lost Sita also. She has submerged in the land, Bhudevi. Ravana also. See, that Shurvanaka instigated, of course, in the assembly, in the court. And instigated by her, Ravana has abducted Sita unnecessarily. So the decision of abducting Sita is something wrong, against his self-deception, against his conscience, because he is a noble person, a great pandit in Sri Lanka. He is the person who has visualized even Lord Shiva by tapasya. So that kind of man has resorted to self-deception and paved the way for self-destruction, and he could not even listen. He could not even listen to Mandodari's advice. Even after that, he could not. So the decisions taken by Ravana in respect of Sita twice in two aspects, very wrong. So Pandavas also, for example, because I am MA literature and MA philosophy and MA psychology, I would like to make a reference just 1 or 2 minutes from our epics and the philosophy. So Pandavas also, it is in the Dharmaraja, he has been warned not to go and play that dice game with Kauravas. Don't play, because first time you have lost everything. So for the second time also, they are inviting you, don't go. They said, no, I am Dharmaraja, I must go and I have to play that dice. Completely he has lost everything. The people's kingdom he has lost, and the people's property he has lost, and his own kin and kith, that means his own wife and children he has lost. And first time, and second time, he has lost the entire kingdom, and he went to forest also as a punishment. So the decision that we take will decide our career, our life, our happiness and unhappiness, everything in our life. So, this is a brief about the decision making power. Thank you very much. And if you are impressed, please subscribe and encourage.